Good morning, guys. Today, before we start off, we're doing things a little bit differently because we're talking about Vloggerfair. Because if you don't know what that is, I'm gonna explain it. So on June 8th and 9th, there's gonna be a big event, which is pretty much like the less dressed up version of VidCon. Nonetheless, just as awesome, probably. Because a lot of YouTubers will be coming there, like, let me check, because I looked it up, like, Charles Nelly will be there, Justine, Corey Vidal. I think we even talked a couple of YouTubers into going. I think like Andrew, kind of a friend of ours, actually asked what it was, and he's going now. So that's kind of cool. Weezy Wader is coming there. Like just a lot of cool YouTubers. And if I would suggest going there, totally go, because we actually had contact with Chris Perillo. I'm sorry if I mispronounced his name. Person behind the organization of Vloggerfair. We actually want to go there. The only downside is we're currently into the crazy travel schedule and doing stuff which maybe doesn't allow us to go. Nonetheless, if we're going, we'll let you know instantly. And you can click on the little button that is popping up with the sponsor bell. Just click on the link. I think admission is $29 for normal attendees. And if you want to go all VIP and shit, like, if I have to make an estimation on how it's going to be, epic, because I have experienced VidCon and it's exactly the same. Just awesome atmosphere, and that's what you should go for. So check it out, check the links, it's worth it. I personally would really love to go with Sarah if we get the chance to. And if we're going, we'll let you guys know on time. And to stick a little bit in the atmosphere of vlogging, let's get the vlog edited from yesterday. Since we're daily vloggers. It's nothing uncommon for us to get weekly questions, or even daily sometimes, about the cameras that we're using, or the software that we're using, or the type of lighting that we like to use for our videos or vlogs in general. And today we're just going to share everything with you.
Rule number 1 for vlogging in the car: get a car mount. Disadvantage, like this, rocky roads, it's pretty shaky. Vlogging in the car can be a pain. For example, if you have to have the air conditioning on, it sounds like this. Let's turn it off. Better if you open the windows. Probably most compact cameras will compensate that, but still, it's additional noise which doesn't have to be on tape. Actually, it's not tape, SD card. Woo! Here's another reason why you shouldn't do the free handheld version of car vlogging. The thing is, in the car, it's pretty dark. Outside, it's pretty light. Besides that, there's a complete different color scheme going on here. It's sunny outside and it's probably more bluish here inside. So every time you turn the camera to show something outside, the camera has to adjust to the brightness, which will make it blown out first, and then it will adjust. Plus, the white balance will change if you have it on auto white balance. If you don't have it on auto white balance, and for example if you have it set to indoors, outdoors will just look blue or weird or just not like you want it. And holy crap, it's so warm. I'm dressed for indoors because our AC is very cold and I probably won't be outside much, so but I'm dying. So warm. I'm not complaining, I love it.
So I took some time to edit the vlog, get it uploaded, because our Wi-Fi, or just connection in general, has been failing lately. It has been having problems before, but it was way worse today. So that was a good reason to visit my grandmother in the meantime. I have to confess though, even though I really love my 7D, the vlogging cameras that we use are way easier to conceal. Not hide, but more or less like it's low-key. The downside of having like the massive DSLR cameras is one, you cannot easily store them, and secondly, people who like to steal stuff are way easier tempted to steal something like that.
When you're outside and it's really windy, the best way is to cover the mic. Or what someone told me, to put some tape on top, which we're trying now. Let's see, this is no wind. And this is with tape. What do you think? Is it better? So that was a fail. It didn't really work out. I actually shot a couple of videos outside with the tape on top, but it didn't work. What you can do if you're vlogging with a DSLR, and it doesn't have to be daily vlogs if you're doing videos, you can get something like this. It's the Video Mic Pro from Rode. Yes, I'm promoting it, but I'm not getting paid. This mic is basically especially made for DSLRs. This is it. It's not very big, but it's like a shotgun mic. It's pointing towards it, so if you're holding it and talking to it, it's picking up what you're saying, not necessarily what's around, and that's pretty cool. So this goes into your camera. As you can see, it's like a headphone jack. Do you call it jack? I think so. You can swap a couple of levels and switch it on and off. I'm actually selling that, and if any one of you guys want to make me an offer or something, comments, Facebook, Twitter, all is in the description. We also leave all the links to the products down there we're mentioning. Seriously, this is almost new. There's the paperwork, there's even the rubber straps, a complete set. I mean, look at it. Seriously, it's as new. Rode makes great quality, and my other mic actually wasn't working, so I sent it in and they sent me a brand new one. They are good. It's an Australian company. And enough said about Rode. Let's go home. I can make a video about how to set it up with a DSLR if you want to. We probably do a series of tutorials on how to use cameras, vlogging, set up shots, and so on. So stay tuned, we will announce it soon. It will be on a different channel, obviously, because this is a daily vlog channel. So I'm going home now. It's already 8:30. Way too late. Playing with Kitty. She's going back late tomorrow. They're back from vacation.
So one of the next problems that I usually have with these cameras is they're incredibly heavy to carry. So either you have to carry them with two hands, or you have to be really strong and manly or something like that to keep carrying them around. And I have to say, maybe I have to masturbate a little bit more, because even my right hand has problems, and that's usually my stronger arm. I don't know, because I'm right-handed, of course. Most of your daily routine and stuff like that you do with your right hand. See, I'm already out of breath. That's insane. I mean, I have actually really vlogged with this camera, and I would love to vlog with this camera. It is not really that easy to carry around.
Vlogging in public places is always awkward, so just do it. If you want to do it, just do it. Avoid crowded places, which are very loud. And now we're going to outside vlogging, which is a bitch. Cover your mic. For example, I wanted to vlog in there because it was hilarious when there was no person there. The line was already like 5 people, and the woman behind me, she's like, this is so hilarious, because there was a girl and she actually took passport pictures, but they were way too big, and then she started arguing and talking to the women and back and forth, and then they took new pictures, and I was like, I need to film this, I need to film this. But in those situations you can't just stand there with your camera being like pointing at them like, whoa. That's not how it works. As a general rule, if you're vlogging in public, don't just do it when you're at the checkout, like getting the camera out and start talking. That's awkward. I mean, if you're in California and everybody's an actor, that's completely different, but in Ohio, rather complicated. And in the supermarket, for example, I don't vlog when there is a shopper directly next to me. That's awkward, because they're always like, and you might even get questions like, are you filming me right now? What are you doing? Why are you filming me? And you're like, no, I'm not really pointing the camera at you, I'm pointing it at myself. You're not even in the shot. So just avoid that. You can get kicked out, of course, but so far I haven't. I only have been kicked out almost, and that was like 10 years ago in Urban Outfitter or so. I was taking 2 pictures and wanted to send them to a friend of mine, and that sucked.
Also, people look really weird at you if you're running around with a massive camera with a microphone on top. Yeah, it's not really ideal for vlogging. Especially when you're alone. I mean, if you're in a bigger group with more people, like Apprentice A, the company that Corey Fidel has, which are currently shooting the I'm Vlogging Here documentary, that works pretty well. It even works better when you're with 2 people, at least with a smaller vlogging camera, because you have seen the vlogs sometimes that people are like looking in the background, stuff like that. I mean, I'm used to vlogging in open space. It's slightly difficult when there are more people, or because it is slightly more awkward, and people tend to either kick you out of places or ask you really weird questions. Not that there isn't anything weird about vlogging, but hey, a vlogger has got to do what a vlogger's got to do. Explain what we're doing. And it's kind of funny when you explain to them, I'm traveling a lot, and this is what I do on a daily basis. I show people that I hold the camera in front of me and share my day.
If you're vlogging at work, make sure you're allowed to vlog at work. And if you're vlogging other people, make sure they want to be on camera. Like Ting Ting. Ting Ting loves to be on camera. See? You know Ting Ting loves to be on camera. Oh,
Not
Ting Ting.
today. Not
Why,
today.
what's today?
Not my best day.
Yeah, and Gangnam Style in the background. That's so fitting.
Stupid. Oh, delicious.
I didn't say anything. Okay, she's right. No, seriously, if you're vlogging other people, make sure they are okay with it. Like Mike, who is just doing weird stuff.
Hey, I thought you said you weren't doing that.
I just found a reason to do it. So girls.
You're right. This is attractive.
Yep. He knows what to do. He might even do your ironing. But on a serious note, if you're filming other people, for example, if you're doing something like Kazan does, California On, you want to get a model release or a talent release or however you want to call it. Because, okay, that's not like vlogging like daily vlogging, but still. The main problem is if you don't have a written consent, they seriously can sue you or at least make you take down the video, and that would suck because you have already invested a lot of work into it. If it's not your family or closest friends, even friends can be terrible, especially if you have a fight or something. They're like, hey, it wasn't your video, we'll take it down. So if possible, let people sign. Best way to go.
Wat lief. Wat een schatje. Oh, wat leuk.
It's awesome playing Santa. It is getting dark, which is kind of spooky. Well, for me it isn't, but for the camera it is. Which brings me to my next point. Vlogging at night. It's very difficult. It's also the same problem with inside. You've noticed that I've been bitching about the inside of a living room. Well, it is a real concern because I am very bad with dark footage. I don't like graininess. I like clean and crisp footage. Mainly daylight is the best solution for that. If you only know me from the vlogs, first of all, shame on you. But I mean, I cannot tell you anything else than go and watch some other stuff of me from Creative Mind. My original language when I started making YouTube videos was Dutch. I spoke Dutch in my videos, and the biggest and most difficult thing that I have had to do when I was choosing to do more international stuff was talk in English in videos. And actually the first couple of times that I did vlog actually in English, I got a lot of shit for it actually. It also gives me a sort of an advantage because I speak a secret language that no one in America can easily speak. And sometimes very, very lonely because other than myself, there isn't really anyone else that talks Dutch to me. Because of course Sarah and I speak English to each other. Surprisingly, yes. I mean, I can understand German, so that's not a problem, but we speak English towards each other. And if you want my honest opinion about in which language you should talk, just keep it with what makes you feel comfortable. English is sort of my second language, and I've been used to speaking English for a long time. And it's improving over the years, even months lately, or weeks. So speak the language you want to speak, and the only thing that I can say is if you want to reach a broader audience, you have to stick with English, I'm afraid. If it's not your first language or if you're very uncomfortable with it, I mean, you can deal with it and just hope people accept for who you are. And most of the times, especially with like the audience that Sarah and I have, you guys are so forgiving when it comes to us making mistakes or us not knowing every single detail when it comes to certain things, which is a big thing for us because in the real world, people will just instantly screw you over for anything. But apparently the internet is slightly different in that way. And you actually help us to become better us's, I guess.
There's so many other things you can focus on, but most questions we get are like, how do I get started? What should I vlog about? Well, that depends. If you're doing a daily vlog, of course you're telling people what you're doing. And remember, it's like 10 or 15 minutes of our day. That means the rest of the 23 hours you don't see. Well, we vlog more than is actually in the video. Sometimes you just have boring days, and then you just talk or share something you found, even if it's just a picture, old picture you found of your mom and yourself or something. The other type of vlog, which I don't consider a vlog, for me it's just a video, are like the jump cut vlogs, where people are just sitting in front of their computer like this, and then they are cutting to the next thing they're saying, and maybe changing the position and doing it over there and there. I'm not sure if I can edit that. And that's a different thing, but then you're actually talking about the topic. For example, Doctor Who. That would be a topic. Or I like my eggs on bacon. Or I hate vegetarians who dream about bacon. Why am I mentioning bacon so often? We know this was a very different vlog today. It wasn't really a daily vlog. We still showed what we've done today. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have more questions, please leave them in the comments. Like this video, share it. Of course, that's something we're doing now because it's a different kind of video. And seriously, if you're a vlogger, you got time, you got money, you're in the area of Seattle, or you can hop on a flight, plane, whatever that thing with the wings is called, do it. There are so many people there. There are a lot of vloggers there. It's not like a conference, it's more like connecting people, and I would love to be there. You're too. Maybe we'll see you there. We see you guys tomorrow. Bye.
I'm going into sleepy time mode because tomorrow I have to start doing real packing stuff. I have to sort out my equipment that I'm going to take with me, which is pretty much everything. And I am starting to pull the first dirty laundry load towards the washing machine. Today was a cool, awesome day. I had fun giving out presents to my grandmother, my mother, and Yalska too. I'm not sure if she is home though, but we'll see tomorrow. Hey guys, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have an awesome day. There's nothing to say other than bye. So, bye!